Lonzo Ball is going to be the starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls.
Lonzo Ball?
Bruh.
Alright then. Lonzo Ball is on the Bulls, and the Bulls are now a playoff team. I'm being serious. But wait, there's more. Every NBA team messed up by not getting Lonzo or pursuing him even more because he has never been in a situation that actually fit him. This whole video was recorded before the DeMar Derozan trade, but every point in this video stands because Lonzo, regardless of whoever is on the team, will change this Bulls team. We're breaking all of that down right now and how Lonzo changes the Bulls for the better. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Name a single team that Lonzo wouldn't fit on. I'm waiting. Lonzo has molded himself into a 3-and-D playmaking point guard, one of the last of his breed of true floor general capabilities that can actually run an offense and isn't all about taking his own shots. He has no ego and he continues to improve every season. You think Lonzo isn't going to improve this year? Look at him from season to season. His rookie season, he was too small. He got pushed around by Patrick Beverly. LeVar Ball times, man. And then in his second season, he bulked up and became the best perimeter defender in the NBA based on Basketball Index. And if you don't remember that time period, I'm gonna remind you of this stretch of Lonzo guarding elite guards in the NBA.
These are the field goal stats for the possessions Lonzo was defending them. Kemba was 1 of 12, Curry was 1 of 5, Westbrook was 2 of 13 and 3 of 12, and Harden was 0 for 2.
And this last season, man completely changed his shot. Can we just acknowledge the fact that he went from this to this? Lonzo is a solid shooter. He's a floor spacer now. He's a corner specialist. So even on Lavine ISOs and Lavine Vucevic pick and rolls, which would be great for Lavine because he can kind of snake back to that 3-point line, which he's great in, Lonzo can be effective as the catch and shoot guy. Man shot 37.6% from 3 on 8.3 attempts a game, 40.2% on catch and shoot threes, and 42% on corner threes. He's the real deal. Just like this channel got even more content that's gonna give you the truth during the NBA free agency, so subscribe. Appreciate it. New video coming this week too. So Lonzo's gonna continue to improve, which is something that is hard to predict for the future, but should be noted. But we can talk about what Lonzo already has. The playmaking. It would be pretty dumb not to mention the playmaking because that's like one of his best traits, that he has. Lonzo is simply one of the better playmakers in today's league, not because he has a really high number of assists or just goes crazy with the flashy passes, which he does. It's because he actually puts the ball where his teammates need it to be. He consistently is amongst the leaders for passes per game. And Lonzo's played with another guy that played above the rim in Zion. Now Lavine and Zion are very, very different players, but keep in mind that Lonzo has now played with LeBron, Zion, and Brandon Ingram, who are all 3 different types of scorers. And Lonzo is a guy that is willing to give the ball up. The alley-oops are about to be on a whole nother vibe. Lavine will also be able to do some more off-the-ball work, get some catch and shoots, which are easy, backdoor cuts, lobs, and get some rest on the floor. Patrick Williams, who people really aren't talking about, is going to continue to improve and should only get better with Lonzo being on the floor. He's going to get more easy opportunities. This part's recorded after the DeMar Derozan trade because this whole video is recorded before the DeMar Derozan trade. But for DeMar Derozan, it is important to note that DeMar was his most effective when he had a floor general in Kyle Lowry right next to him. Because DeMar is used to actually moving without the ball a lot, this is not that much of a change for him, and Lonzo will find him on those backdoor cuts, those post-up opportunities, those catch and shoot threes. Pretty much wherever DeMar wants the ball, Lonzo will get to him there. And that's why Kyle Lowry and DeMar work so well. Now for Vucevic, Lonzo's very first season was with Brook Lopez. And if you watch that season, Lonzo's main pass target was Brook because there was really no one else on the team. Now Vucevic and Brook Lopez have very similar skill sets in terms of being slower big men who can stretch the floor and shoot, have a post game. Vucevic is more of a post-up player. But nonetheless, Lonzo knows how to find big men that can shoot and space the floor. He knows how to drop passes for the pick and roll, how to pass behind him for an easy three, and Lonzo can find players who are more deliberate in the post. Post entry passes are light work for him, but apparently it's not for a lot of players because no one really uses a post anymore, so they don't know how to pass it in the post. It's weird, man. I have to mention now that Lonzo has never gone to play to his full potential because most people that he has played under have just not believed in him. We're gonna go back to his first season on the Lakers with Luke Walton. Now, if you tell me Luke Walton is a good coach, I'm gonna send you to his stint on the Kings, in which Luke Walton thought it was a good idea to slow down the Kings' pace, even though they had De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, Buddy Hield. He was like, nah, let's slow down. And the Kings lost and got worse. Alvin Gentry and Stan Van Gundy and the Pelicans both wanted more half-court offense, even though you have Lonzo and Zion. Why? Y'all realize that Zion is a fast break threat every time he's on the floor, right? Get a team that believes in Lonzo. Billy Donovan, you better be on your shit, bro. Because maybe the best change that Lonzo will bring to the Bulls is the transition game. The Bulls will be out in transition now. They got him, man. They have Lavine, Lonzo, Caruso, Patrick Williams. Those are guys who can get out in the break. The Bulls were 25th in transition points per game and 26th in fast break frequency per game. And I'm not saying the Bulls got even being a top 10, but with a guy like Lavine, they can get some easy buckets. If they can get 6-10 points more per game, that will help them win games. And with Lonzo running the floor, especially getting those boards and pushing the break, it'll just be easy buckets. As long as Billy Donovan actually utilizes that and tells them to run the fast break. Not like Stan Van Gundy or Gentry, who had Lonzo playing his slowest pace in his career this past season. You asking me why? I don't know.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
With Lonzo, the Lakers were first in fast break frequency in 2018. Without him, they were 27th. And the Bulls can go through that same type of change with Lonzo. Hey, you know the vibes with Lonzo, man. That defense about to be clamps. He's guarding 1 through 3, sometimes 1 through 4, sometimes 1 through 5 on possessions. And the Bulls, they didn't really have any lockdown defenders, like, period. So having Lonzo and then Caruso in your backcourt, it's gonna be tough to dribble. Lonzo was the best perimeter defender 2 seasons ago, so obviously he brings another layer to the Bulls. And just understand that the Bulls have been looking for a guy who can actually run the offense and not have it being disjointed, where it's like Lavine's turn, then Vucevic's turn, then Patrick Williams here and there, Kobe White. They wanted to be all one unit. Lavine is a great player and a guy who is continually improving, but he is an athletic scorer, not your floor general, not the guy that's trying to get everyone else involved. Lonzo will help him focus on just that and probably get Lavine to be even more efficient, even though Lavine is already really efficient. He can also help integrate Vucevic into the half-court offense when things slow down, and that is actually really good. Let's not forget the other Bulls players of Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Thaddeus Young. These players will get a lot of easier looks and also just get to touch the ball, feel more connected with the offense, and maybe even give more effort defensively. The Bulls offense will finally look cohesive. The Bulls are back, and they ain't even done the free agency yet. And if the Bulls really believe in Lonzo, we about to see another star in the making. But what do you think? How far will the Bulls go?
Shout out to Moore Brothers for being first. Thanks for the all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out and we vibing.